Welcome back, everybody, to another list review here with Wookiees Mirkwood. No, you're not hearing things. Connor has not developed the culture accent over the Christmas break. He just was not available for tonight's recording, so you're stuck with my beautiful voice for this one. This event is the first two-dayer of the year. It is the War of Wrath in Bangor, led by our beautiful T.O. Che.
Hello.
And alongside us here is the IHL coordinator, Nicky, as well.
Hello.
So yeah, the first 2 days of the year, we've had a couple of 1 days there at the start in the middle of January. A lot of fun, a lot of new models out from Christmas, and this will hopefully show us some more. So yeah, it's a lovely 2 day event. It's 750 points over the 2 days. 16 players in total. You have myself, Mr. Murphy, Joseph, Christopher. Don't think I've met Christopher before. Craig, Luke, Mr. Bunting, Nicky, Gareth, Tim, Ben, Damien, Niall. Haven't seen Niall in a long time. Happy to see he's come back. Dan, Callum, and Tobias. So it's a lovely list of players. A couple of our big hitters are missing in this one for various reasons. So I think this is going to be a nice open event. Where is the word?
There may be a late edition. John texted me yesterday saying that he could possibly make it, but he still doesn't know yet. So,
John Foster?
No, Sean.
Oh, Sean. Zen?
Yeah.
Oh, class.
Ah, cool.
So,
means you will get to play this weekend, Che?
yeah, hopefully.
Chuck a bit of dice. So yeah. So we'll kick it off with the event pack, and then the main part of the event pack is the side piece, obviously, which is the Trinkets of Power. I've read through this a couple of times. I really love this. It's really cool. So throughout the event, in every game, there will be a quest to claim these Trinkets of Power. Your army will start with 3 light objects, which are the trinkets. Must be given to your heroes. Less than 3 heroes can be given to a warrior. And each hero can only start with 1 trinket and can never pass it on to another model voluntarily. If you kill an enemy model carrying a trinket, you automatically pick it up with one of the models that was in base contact with the model, but a model can carry a number of trinkets. So the one thing I wanted to ask, Nat, is it can be warrior, like standard warrior models can pick it up as well if they kill a hero?
Yeah, any model can, yeah. It's literally just a light object.
Cool. But then there's obviously the downside to carrying these lovely trinkets. Before priority, every model will have to roll a dice. D6 become fearless, 2 to 5, nothing changes, and if they roll 1, they get fearful. Which you don't see too often on the board, but it can be quite troublesome for a lot of low courage models, of course. It just can't move then. And you can use might to influence it. As I say, if you're carrying multiple rolls of 1 happen on the same model, they only suffer the effects once. They can also reroll ones when making a resist test. That's a cool wee feature too. And
I wanted some sort of buff because it's going to have to be on your main sort of heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want anything that's going to be too strong at the same time.
Yeah, that makes fair. Don't do what I did and give everybody a +1 when they were fighting everything in dark. That was fucking stupid of me. We'll change that this year. And then at the end of every game, they count. Most trinkets give you an additional TP. The one thing I wanted to ask you, that can carry you above 20 or doesn't?
It does, yes.
Okay, so this is where the 21 was coming from when you were chatting.
Yes, so every round's 21 TP or VP, sorry. Every round has 21 VP in it.
Okay. I might need to change a wee sheet for that when I'm doing the scores, but that's 2 minute change. So then we'll go into the list stats. I love it. You know who you're talking to when you give a stat out. Over the 16 lists, 9 good, 7 evil. Highest might on the board is 21. The lowest is 6, and the average is 9. It's quite a nice spread. Highest is 21. Fucking hell.
Thorns Company,
yeah. Just when you said that, I remember seeing that in the list pack. So with that, how further? Oh, there's more. Come on, shit. Highest model count being 58, the lowest being 9, and the average being 40. Good again, another good spread. Obviously, lowest is Thorns Company. We'll get to that as we get there.
Yep.
So kick off with the list. Or T.O. himself, lovely Buybuster Che, running 750 points, 24 models is the Minas Tirith. Is this Reclamation or just normal Minas Tirith?
Just Minas Tirith.
Just Minas Tirith. So Baza, Captain White Tower on his horse with a shield, 1 knight with the banner, 8 knights on the Minas Tirith, Farmir with exchanging the armor and bow for heavy armor, horse and a shield without a bow, and 6 knights. Huron the Tall on his horse and 6 knights. So just pure cavalry, run up the board, if you have to play, get off the board quick, pretty much.
Yeah, and outdone.
And
Sit
outdone,
down.
sit down, kick your feet back.
Yep.
Hopefully I have no questions to ask. And then we'll kick off with the players then. So starting with Mr. Murphy, 750 points, 34 models, Men of the West. Oregon King Elsar on his armoured horse with 4 warriors with ministers with shield, 4 warriors ministers shield and spear, 3 warriors Rohan with shield and throwing spears. Leggy himself with the cloak and armour, 3 warriors ministers shield and spear, 3 with shield, 3 warriors Rohan with shield and throwing spears. And Gimmers, just not as he is, 4 warriors ministers with shield, 4 with shield and spear, and 3 warriors Rohan shield and throwing spears. I think that's him, yeah. Pretty standard list for Men of the West across the board there.
Yep, strong heroes, low model count. Well, lowish model count.
Yeah, lowish model count. Warriors Ministers can be quite hard to get through, and some of the definitely evil armies anyway with the shield wall.
Yeah. Well, Murphy's been playing this quite a bit recently, so he has. He's doing quite well with it.
Yeah. Sorry, Nicky, are you going to say something?
Not really. I was just saying, yeah, it really relies on that mounted Aragon to do some lifting. So, like, if someone can't get him off his horse, they're in trouble.
Big time. You don't want him coming at you with 4 attacks with Andoril and just basically killing you in 3s for the crack. Not even thinking about it. Yeah, get the heroes will be the toughest part to get through that there. Yeah, chew through the heroes, you may be breaking, but I can't see too many people taking Aragorn out. Especially King Alisar version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very strong this edition.
He is very strong. And Megalith as well.
Yeah, the whole even the army rules is very good. You know, the one turn you can get Aragorn up to fight 8 as well. And everybody's fearless, which is really nice.
That's a good addition on this list as well.
Yeah.
And the no fearless. But yeah, that's a good list. Standard Murphy, we'll see how he gets on with it. The next 2 lists, to save time, are identical. So we'll go through the both of them at the same time. There's little differences in them, but more so the warband build out. That's all it is. But they're mirror lists. Starting with Dana Heron running the Depths of Moria, 53 models. So shouldn't be too much to say here. The Balrog himself with 10 Goblin Prowlers, 8 Goblins Spears, and then a Black Shield Captain with 5 Shield, 6 Spear, another Black Shield Captain with 5 Shield, 5 Spear, and another Black Shield Captain with 5 Shield and 5 Spear. And then to talk about the second list at the same time is my own list. Depths of Moria with the exact same model count. The only difference is my Warband 3 is lighter, and my Warband 1 or 2 is heavier, so it's 6 and 6, 6 and 6, and then 4 and 3. I don't think there's much to say about these lists. Balrog's the Balrog.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like, the rerolls and the goblins board wide is just like incredibly powerful, and to have 53 models behind that, like even the Balrog will do some lifting itself, but like the goblins punch so far above their own weight for 5-point models when you've got a free reroll across the board. So like looking at the lists, I don't think there's a whole lot there that can actually deal with these 2 lists.
Just a shame one of them's being piloted by my dumbass, but yes.
Yeah, you might be the pilot might let you down there, but I'd say I expect Dan to do very well with this list. He's coming back after quite a long break away from the game, but you know, I think this is a very strong list, and it's quite a forgiving list. So even if he's a bit rusty, a very competitive player with a very competitive list, I really expect this to give a lot of players trouble this weekend.
And always forget the Prowlers. Prowlers can get the fight 4, which is why you put them with the Balrog. Get a lot of fight 4 within 6 inches, I think, of them now. They are stinking. But as you say, the board wide banner is just how do you deal with it? You can't kill the banner, so you know, we all expect this to get nerfed in the next 6 weeks or so. What the nerf will be, who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully the banner effect is lessened. I think that fixes it.
I think it'll be like, we could spend all night talking about it. I would say wouldn't be surprised to tell you that you need to bring the drum again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which takes 20 models out of your list.
Yeah, and it also gives people a way to remove your banner effect.
Yeah. But yeah, I personally love the Balrog, love the list. I just know the pilot that is me will let it down, so I'll see all the bottom table players with him and ruin their day. I'll try to make it fun, I swear. The Balrog will roll 4 ones in his first fight, I'll guarantee it. Then we'll head on to another very competitive player, is Ben himself. Army of the Great A, 750 points, 42 models. He's coming in with the Dark Marshal, 6 Morannon Orcs with Shield, 7 Mordor Orcs with a Spear, 1 Uruk-hai. Then Razgush, War Leader of the North, at 120 points with 4 Morannon Orcs with Shield, 4 with Spear, 2 Bat Swarms, 1 Fell Warg, and 3 Orc Trackers. Then Gurut's Master of Reserves, 5 Morannon Orcs with Shield, 5 with Spear, and the lovely Shelob herself, who's just, I think she's more powerful this edition, just like her as well. Strong list too.
I think it's a great list. I think Ben is probably one of the most creative list writers we have in the IHL at the minute. Like, he always brings something like out there, a bit techy. You look at it, you don't really know what it does. I'm sure it has a load of tricks. I expect he'll do pretty well with this. I'm not sure on the Shelob pick. Like, the one attack, she's usually like, she's just a massive 6 wound roadblock. Don't expect her to do too much. I'm not sure she's a great pick. Would you want more units, or do you want Shelob? But we'll see how she does this weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely difficult to deal with.
Hold up the Balrog for a bit, at least.
She's good.
It's true. She can paralyze him.
She can also do that too. He does not like that. He only has 10 points of will. Oh, it's not paralyze, it's just to be the attack, sorry. The other thing as well, with there being, again, matchups are determined, of course, but she does get an extra 1 to her attack. She could go to 3 attacks if she's up against man, elf, or dwarves, or hobbits. And there's a few man, elf. There's definitely men and dwarf lists. There's
an elf list, yes.
There's at least 1 elf list, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, is she worth the 100 points sink when you can put more orcs in? At 42 models is still a good bit of lifting.
Yeah, good heroes, good solid heroes. The Dark Marshal, what's he do? He
just trying to open it up here. He has rule through fear.
Banner effect. 6-inch banner effect.
6-inch banner effect.
Yeah, so he's got that there, and then he's got the eye, so he's got good rerolls too.
Yes. The eye is the banner, and you roll for it at the start of priority, and if you roll a 3+ it, you can move it. If you roll a 1 or 2, your opponent moves. Isn't that how it works?
I believe so. I've only played against this list once. Yeah.
What's this? It's
the Great Eye.
I think it's on a 1. You move it 12. Your opponent moves it 12, but on anything else, you can move it 6.
Yes.
So it's normally you've got a consistent banner where you want it, unless you roll 2 1s in a row, and then it's away for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And it also, there's the -1 courage or intelligence tests within 3 inches to your opponents.
Yeah, that might play in his favor, especially with he's a lot of terror here.
Yeah.
So that combined, might give Shelob a bit of protection, let him get her where she wants, stop people shutting her down. It's an interesting list. It's one of those ones, like, looking at it, like, you probably underestimate it, and then Ben being a very skilled player too, probably like table you with it.
Without even thinking.
Yeah.
Great list. Yeah. So good list from Ben there as always. Head on to our next list then. Is Garth bringing the Return of the King. Nice to see this coming out. This is 749 points with 16 models. Bringing Argon Strider version with Unrated Flame of the West and the Elven Cloak, 1 Warrior of the Dead with a banner, 2 with a shield and spear, the King of the Dead with 2 Warriors of the Dead, shield and spear, Gimmers with the Elven Cloak and 2 Warriors of the Dead, shield and spear, and Legolas Elven Cloak armor, 2 Warriors of the Dead, shield and spear, and a Herald with 2 Warriors of the Dead and shield and spear.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it will definitely work quite well in certain scenarios. That list.
Yes.
It's very compact list. I think I'll struggle more in objective scenarios, but I think I'll definitely do well in all the killing scenarios. You've got some solid heroes here.
Yeah, I think he's brought this list because he asked his partner to randomly pick a list for him.
Yep.
And she picked this. So I don't think he's brought it to try and win. I think it was how can I minimize my painting and how can I bring this army in some form. So I don't really expect to see this do very well. I don't think there's enough models here to carry it. I think 16 models is going to get overrun by an average of 40 models here. So I think he's in for a tough time. Like even the high defense of his warriors and the terror, he's going to be trapped basically every fight. There'll be enough things passing courage tests to get in there. I think it's going to be very difficult to pull this off. There's always Aragon in there, so like you can never count it out. He could do a lot of lifting on his own, but I think 16 models will struggle a bit this weekend.
Especially with the model, as you said, rightly said there, the average model count being so high, it's going to struggle against any objective game. It's going to struggle. Killing games, it should do, as you rightly said, it should do well, but it does crumble. I don't know, sometimes it only takes it 1/6 and it crumbles.
Yeah.
If you get the Herald out of the road as well, you take the King out of, he has no might after his first one, which he can only use one on a dice roll, and then the Heralds will, within 6 or 3, I can't remember what it is exactly. I think it's 3 now.
I can't remember.
Just trying to see it on the other screen here. Because me and him have been chatting about it as we always do. The King's there 3 men, 3 inches. We're theory crafting how it could kill a Balrog.
I was quite surprised that the King of the Dead so effective at killing shit. I didn't realize he had that the rule for just kill any model outright.
Yeah, so he only has to get the King into the Balrog twice and win the fight twice. Small order, and he can take the Balrog out.
I mean, you can put Aragon into the Balrog and strike. Then you've got your Elven weapon in there, and then you've got the King of the Dead. You can blow all his might to try and do that wound, but the problem is it's not just a Balrog, and I think most people aren't going to outposition their Balrog in such a way to let that happen.
No.
There's going to be 54 goblins floating around there that can just peel off your King of the Dead if he gets into the Balrog. So, on theory that could happen, yes, but to pull that off, it's very big.
Very big.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's Garth. He'll play it for fun. We all know what Garth likes to play. He's a good lad to play against, and he'll just run it well. Yep, for a bit of crack.
You'll have fun, and everyone will have fun playing this for sure.
Absolutely. And next list then we come on to is Nicky himself with his newly painted Uglook Scouts very hopefully soon. Almost newly painted, almost. 750 points, 58 models, one of the bigger lists here. This is the biggest list, isn't it, Che?
Biggest,
58, yeah. Coming in Uglook Uruk-hai Scout Captain with 4 Uruk-hai Scouts with shield, 1 with a banner, and then 10 with Uruk-hai bows. Then Grisnak Orc Captain with 11 Isengard Orc Warriors with spears. Maher with an Uruk-hai Scout with a banner, 2 Scouts with shield, 8 with bows, and an Isengard Orc Captain with 20 Isengard Orc Warriors with spear. Then an Uruk-hai Scout Captain as your last warband with 1 Scout with nothing on him, Nicky, yeah? Just a Scout, no bow or nothing, and then 3 with shield.
Yeah, it was just to make up points.
Okay.
So anyone that doesn't know, for this competitive season, for every event I go to, rolling a random wheel of every list in the game, rolling it 3 times, and then vetoing 2 and taking whatever list is left. So this is the 3rd event I've done it at, and I picked Scouts as it was the most competitive list that I could build out of the lists that I was given. So I've had to paint this all in 2 weeks because I was just off the back of the last tournament, so it's been an absolute slog. I currently have 6 models left to paint by Saturday, and then 58 models to base, which will be fun. But I'm pretty proud of how far I've got so far. In terms of how it plays, it's pretty standard Scouts. It's very glass cannon, D4 across the board with the troops. Like your strengths and your numbers, I guess. There's 18 bows there, so if I do get a chance to shoot it can put out some hurt. If I
Strength
have
3
to
boost
get
too.
in, yeah, if it has to get in, it's fast. There's that fight 4 front line, and then the animosity with the orcs and the Uruks gives a +1 to wound. So being a lot of dwarf lists and stuff this weekend, that'll probably come in pretty useful. I've never played this list before. I've played against it quite a few times. So it'll be a learning curve for me too, as it's kind of not my usual playstyle. But looking forward to it. I feel it'll do pretty well. Looking at the list, there is a lot of dwarves there that I think will just cut through and even the numbers up very quick. So I think my low defense might let it down. But then see how my numbers go. If I can snowball early, I might do well. I have no idea. As I said, I've not really played it to get a feel for how I expect to do with it. But you know, hoping for a podium. Anything top half is good. Though.
I suppose you can get the +2 to wound within, was it 6 or 3 of Uglug?
Yeah, it's
The animosity with the head taker.
Yeah, and then with the scout captain as well, he can two-hand to get +3 to win. So there's one big turn for stuff like Balrogs and stuff where you can get that fearless and the +1 to wound, and then probably not the Balrog rolls at 6 anyway, and you lose the game. But because like there's none of my strikers can even get anywhere, so there's no point. It's just
I think fight 5.
Yeah, and then I still think like I have 58 troops, but the goblins are going to have the rerolls, and their defense is actually. Well, I suppose that's even because I'm stronger, but yeah, I think it's facing the Balrog's going to be tough for this list. I think all the lists here this weekend are pretty tough. Anything I can't outnumber and work on quite quickly in the game, I'm not going to win a war of attrition with dwarves.
Not many armies do against dwarves. Their high defense just slows you down so much. But yeah, the numbers will be your benefit there against goblins. The banner, yeah, I get what you're saying about the banner. As you say, it only takes 1/6, but you still have higher fight value, so 6s is still be in your favour unless they're prowlers, of course, within range. No, I think you're capable enough to pilot this, Nicky, to get up the podiums. The numbers are there for you against some of the smaller lists, but yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
If anything, I've got a brand new shiny army painted for the event, so that's been nice.
Absolutely. Just have to do it another 12 times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that on the board too. On to our next list then is Luke O'Reilly. Che, have you changed your name, have you?
I know. I love this list bit.
Bringing just Shea's favourite type of list, the Reclamation of Osgiliath. We got Boza, Captain Whitehair on horse with shield, 8 warriors with shield, 2 with shield and spear, 6 rangers of Gondor with spear, 2 knights of Minas Tirith. Then we have Faramir, Captain of Gondor with 6 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, 2 with shield and spear, 5 rangers of Gondor with spear, and 2 knights of Minas Tirith. And then we've got Madril, Captain of Ithilien with 4 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield and spear.
Yeah, solid. A lot of high defense, a lot of good shooting, good heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, good list.
It's a good list, yeah. 40 models, solid numbers too. Boza's Boza with Faramir's might and all. There's not much to say about Boromir. Like, he just lifts.
Yeah, no, he does. Even Madril's great too. Got the march, and everybody always underestimates Madril. For 60 points, he still kept his 3 might and stuff. He's just a very solid support hero.
Yeah. And he's helpful in what are called scenarios? Maelstrom, yeah. Maelstrom's a big help.
Yep.
And you can do that +1/-1 in the Maelstrom. I found him quite useful for that because I always rolled awful in Maelstrom. No matter what army I'm playing, I always roll awful. And I always find Faramir. I don't use Faramir much for the shooting. I just keep him within that range of Boromir and then just use him as extra might for Boromir. Not that he fucking needs it with 6 might off the bat.
Yeah.
Is it the Ranger version of it's the. Has he given him armor or anything? The fire.
Not on this list.
not on
No,
this
it's
list.
just the bow. But to be fair, you can go the other way. Shoot at stuff that you really need to kill with Faramir, and if you really need it, you can use some of Faramir's might. I've done that before, and people don't really expect it.
I flip it
You know,
about.
if use your rangers to try and kill a couple of boys to isolate a banner, and then you're guaranteed to keep save Faramir to the end. You're always guaranteed a banner kill. It just depends how much sort of might you need to spend, because you've 9 might. You can use either of those two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some good way to look at it. I never even think about doing it like that myself. That's why I'm always bottom table. And then obviously when the army breaks, he gets the resolve. Which
Yeah,
is always
Faramir's
useful.
solid.
Yeah.
So he has. If he uses the combat, he just dies really quickly. 2 wounds, 2 fate.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 attacks, fight 6. Like he's definitely worth his cost now.
Absolutely. As you say, Boromir is your lifter in this list. He on a horse as well.
Yeah.
He's just fucking terrifying. 3 attacks.
4 knights there.
4 knights as well.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
normally killed half your army by himself before you can kill him, so he normally gets his points back.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, good list for Luke. See how he does with it. I always like him myself. Then on to your next player, Damien. He's bringing Rivendell at 750 with 36 models. We've got Elrond, Master of Rivendell on the horse. We've 1 Rivendell warrior with a banner, 4 warriors with shield, 8 with shield and elven spear, and 1 Rivendell warrior. Again, same as yourself, Nicky, just to make up the points by the looks of it. Arwen with Asphaloth, I can never pronounce that clearly. 6 Rivendell warriors with elf bow, 6 Rivendell warriors with shield and spears, and then we got Lindare of Rivendell with 5 Rivendell warriors elf bow and 2 Rivendell knights with shields. Is that it? Yeah.
Again, I've never played Rivendell. I've theory crafted quite a bit, and I do like the list. Elrond's a great caster. Can't remember the name of the spell, but the one that knocks everybody prone.
Brunin, Wrath of the Brunin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Arwen has that too, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's double in this list, which is what makes it. That's what makes this list pretty solid.
Yeah, and then Elrond Lindir gives Elrond a free will of turn as well, I believe.
Lindir gives Elrond a free will.
I believe so. If he's within 3 years, I think.
There's the Invoke the Brunin as well. That's another. Sorry, I have the list up on the all screen here. I just can't see that. Don't see that.
Wise Counsel, if Elrond was within 6 of Lindir at the start of the turn, then Elrond gains a free will point for the turn.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, it's very casty.
Casty.
Army. Solid elf shooting.
Does that mean to say he can cast Wrath of the Brunin every turn?
Yep.
Yes.
That's very impressive. That's probably like if he didn't have this list, it's probably getting outnumbered pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to just knock a whole front line down over and over again is pretty strong.
So you have the 3 with Elrond, the free one, so that's 4. Well, ignore the free one. Then Arwen has 4, so there's 7. And then when the army breaks, they've got the Invoke the Brunin, which is they basically get another Wrath of Brunin, but can be 12 inches away from them.
Yeah, I think it's a bit stronger too, if I'm not mistaken.
They take a hit.
Higher strength.
Yes, roll equal to or over the strength of the model, or as a natural 6, they immediately suffer a strength 4 hit. If they survive, they're knocked prone. Wrath of the Brunin is a strength 2 hit.
Yep.
So it's just Wrath of the Brunin on crack cocaine.
Good stuff, man.
That's just when you read into it like that, just makes that list. That list is quite powerful then with that build.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Elrond's tight in combat too.
Fight 7, 3 attacks. Is he on the horse? Or gets the 4 if he's on the horse. Can reroll
Plus 1 to win
fate,
spirits.
Plus 1 to win spirit models. Oh, he loves the Balrog then.
And does he not have? He has renew as well, doesn't he?
He has renew. Yep.
Yeah. So he's quite hard. I think Lindir has renew. I'm not sure about Arwen. So I mean, it's
All
going to be
three.
very hard to. Yeah, just for, you know, you have a lot of healing there too. If it needs it.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd use your free will for that too if you needed it. Like,
Yeah, yep.
fuck. That was a
Yeah, I'd
strong
like to see
list.
this do well.
So would I.
Damien's a lovely guy, and he's been like slowly climbing up the rankings every event he comes to, and I think he's been playing. Was it a lot of Rivendell, and then
Fornost.
Fornost,
Fornost, yeah.
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 Doing well with it.
Played him
He
a few
likes his
times. Like
elves.
it's. Yeah.
Um, I'd like to see this list do well. I do think, if you're not getting those casts off and you're getting your caster shut down, your numbers are going to start to cave. But if you can play Elrond, properly, where you can get your cast off and then get him into combat. Same with Arwen.
Mm-hmm.
A few turns of casting and your troops taking advantage of the prone models, you might see it snowball.
Yeah. Absolutely. I look forward to seeing that do well as well. As you said, Damien's a lovely guy to play against too. Very competitive and very good at it too. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good to see him. Haven't seen him up here in a while.
Yeah. Heading on to our next list is Michael, bringing Shadows of Angmar, 49 models at 750 points. He's bringing Gully and Terror of Arnor with him, 1 Angmar Orc Warrior with a banner, 8 Angmar Orc Warriors with shields, 8 with spear, and 1 Spectre, and an Angmar Orc Captain with 6 Warriors with spear, 6 with shield, and 1 Spectre. Another warband filled the exact same, and a Borrowite with 1 Wild Warg, and then 2 more Borrowites. Oof.
Yeah, this is a very classic Bunting list. Bunting's had probably more success than anyone in the league with flying heroes in general, but especially Gulliver last year. He terrorized most of the Irish Hobbit League with. I think he's maybe, because he can't mix the troops he's with as much as the Soupy list last year, he's maybe took a bit of a hit. But now that they've FAQ'd his fly, he's a pretty tough model to deal with, and Michael's like an expert at using them, and he'll always find little techie ways to like get him where he wants to go, and he's good at like being patient and not committing them too early. And you have to think so much like, oh, if I put my hero here, can Gully go here, and if where will the barge go, and if a hero combats, you have to think like 2 combats ahead of, and trying to zone out your heroes and keep them safe against such a skilled player with a flying unit. It can be such a headache to play around, and couple that with 3 Barrow-wights, your heroes are getting eaten. This is gonna put some hurt on heroes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Che.
No, it's a very good list against heroes and stuff. The only weak point the whole list the orc.
Yeah.
It's a solid list.
Yeah. 14, I suppose sorry, not 14. 12 points of will to throw paralyzers around the board.
yeah, like I guess a list like mine doesn't really care too much because my heroes are all kind of crap anyway. And my troops will probably, I'd fight his troops, but the dwarf lists and the sort of more elite lists I'd say are going to suffer at the hands of Gulliver.
Yeah. Friendly Angmar orc models within 3 inches of a friendly spirit hero model gain terror. So that's really nice.
Yes, because that'll be
3 borrow rights there. So
and the Spectres as well.
Spectres aren't heroes.
Sorry,
I don't believe.
Heroes. Yeah, it's the hero one.
So Gulliver and the 3 borrow rights, so which bubbles of terror for his orcs, which makes the orcs a bit more sustainable,
Mm-hmm. I think Gulliver has Harbinger as well.
I believe so, yeah.
12-inch Harbinger, yeah. So any other evil list going against that there is going to struggle, I'd say. You'll get a few charges off, but you'll not want to get them off where you want to go. Barwites are going to be a problem for any list with heroes. Yeah, it's a solid list. I like it. I do like the list. I currently
Yeah.
have Gully downstairs primed, but I just haven't bothered painting them yet. To show you how not to play it. Yeah, solid game, solid list, solid player.
Yeah,
not
I
much
think
more.
Bunt will do very
I
well.
think he'll do very well with that list, yep. And then on to the next one, and Tobias bringing the Black Gate. 46 models, 750 points. He's got a Mordor Troll Chieftain with 6 Moranan Orcs with Shield, 4 with Shield and Spear, 1 Moranan with an Orc banner, a banner. The Mouth of Sauron with 6 Moranan Orc Warriors with Shield, 5 with Shield and Spear. Another Moranan Orc Captain with Shield, 4 Orcs with Shield and Spear, 5 with Shield. Then the Taskmaster, I think that's the end of his list, the Taskmaster with 6 Moranan Orcs with Shield and 5 with Shield and Spear.
Yeah.
Solid list as well.
Yeah. Again, a lot of defense 6, strength 4 warriors. Can't go wrong with that.
No.
Decent numbers, above the average numbers, and he has a troll, so that's always good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Troll Chieftain's an absolute unit this edition. I've tried and failed to kill quite a few of them. I don't think I've ever taken one down actually, and I've faced about 6 of them this edition. It's just like such a unit, and even when you get your big heroes in, it just strikes as well, and you end up losing to it. It's a solid list, and as you said, the D6 and the Moranans, you kind of underestimate it sometimes. You're like, oh, it's just a horde of orcs, and then suddenly you're not killing any. It's a solid list. I expect him to do well. Tobias was best newcomer last year, and every time he plays, he's getting better. So expect
Definitely.
to see him, up there in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Taskmaster is not a model I've seen often, but I'm just reading the stats here on it as well.
Taskmaster's quite pivotal in this list, to try and get that 4+, keep your mic going.
Yeah. So it's a move,
So,
march, or shoot. Okay.
If you call a move and a Taskmaster is nearby on a 4-up, you don't spend the might. I think it's the same with the march, isn't it?
Same with the march.
Yeah, move, march, shoot.
Ideally, I would like either a second Taskmaster or 2 captains, so that when you're calling your marches and your moves, you have more chances to get, maybe swap the other captain for another Taskmaster, because they work on each other as far as I know.
Yeah, I think they work on themselves.
Yeah, so it means like
friendly hero model within 6.
Yeah, so you can call a move with a Taskmaster, and then another Taskmaster close by can give him his might back, and you can. Connor Kerr likes to use tactic like that, where when he plays Keir Thungle, he took like 3 or 4 Taskmasters, and the amount of might he got back over the course of a game is insane. And you just, when he's outnumbering you and calling the moves every turn, you soon start to dictate the game.
Easily, yeah. And
Yeah.
And then
the might's quite good too. He's got a transfix, and he's got a special rule. Sense of doom or something.
Yes.
That means people can't re-roll ones in the dual rolls, so it's quite nice. It's just, even using the banner and stuff, they won't get re-roller ones and stuff. So it's quite a nice rule.
That's a very nice rule, yeah. Because there's a number of the dwarves are allowed to roll 1s for whatever reason. Quite a few different rules they got there. That'll shut that down, no problem.
Yeah.
And he still has 4 will, has transfixes and curses.
He's good for. He has march too. He's good for 75 points.
Yeah.
Fight 5.
Yeah, 75 points, 2 points of might with 2 march, and you've got march in your Taskmaster, your captain. Yeah, quite strong.
He's on foot in this list too, I'm just noticing. Normally you see him on the horse, but I suppose you don't.
I don't think the horse is worth it, because you can only take an armored horse, so it's 25 points. He's not really a combat hero. So to me, I would always take him on foot and take an extra 2 or 3 orcs.
Yeah, I suppose when he runs out of will, though, you do want him to be thrown in there. He can hold his own a little bit. I suppose the horse. Yeah, is it worth 25 points? I suppose if you're going to use him as that sort of hybrid caster fighter, the horse is good. But if that's not what you want him for, and you don't want him to be, sitting back there and throwing out your transfix, then he doesn't really need the horse.
No. Yeah. No, strong list. all around, I think. And as you said, Tobias, newcomer last year, I think he's just been getting better as he goes along. I've yet to play him, I don't think, himself, naturally enough.
It's always a nice game.
Yeah, I've always heard that about him. He's always a nice guy to play with.
Good fella.
Yeah. Yeah. No, solid list, Tobias. On to our next one. So, Christopher. Don't think I've ever met Christopher.
He was at my event last year. He was one of the Balrog players.
Okay, so I've met him then.
Yeah.
I had a lot going on that time last year, Che. So he's bringing Lothlorien, 34 models. We've got Galadriel, Lady of Lothlorien with the Mirror of Galadriel, 7 Galadriel Warriors, Lorien Guard, Elf Bow, 7 Lorien Guard, Elven Spear, 1 with a banner, then with Celeborn, Lord of Lothlorien, with 7 Galadriel Warriors, Lorien Guard, 7 Lorien Guard and Elven Spear, another banner. Then we have Haldir with the Galadriel Captain with heavy armor and 1 Galadriel Knight and Shield. That mirror is a pain in the ass. That's all I got to say about it.
There's a very glass cannon list again. This sort of on the lower model count. I think the whole premise behind it is just to try and do a lot of damage. You know, you've Celeborn, you're +1, plus you're two-handing with your warriors there, and they get to reroll ones. You know, it's just a really all or nothing kind of list.
So that's what the Lorien Guard's about then, is the reroll ones, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's a very elite list. I would say quite a difficult list to pilot. That's why I think Chris is quite a new player. Obviously I'd love to see him do well, but I think 34 models, you know, you're going to have to be on your game with your positioning and your casting. And I think, you know, Galadriel is a great caster, but if you haven't got a lot of experience, you know, with magic in this game, getting value out of her can be quite difficult. It's a cool list. We haven't actually seen a lot. I don't think we've seen any pure Lothlorien ran in the IHL this year. This will be the first.
Yeah.
Actually,
no. Lucas took it at the start of the year.
I was going to say, I remember playing, I couldn't remember who it was, but I did play Lucas's list.
Oh, he took it to my event last year.
That's where I played it then.
Yeah. I think maybe 2 banners when you're playing so elite could be a hindrance here. A couple of extra troops might have been. It's hard to say because, you know, if it is hard to say. If you're winning your fights, then your banners pay for themselves.
Yeah, it's fight 5. I think, you know, the front line's going to be D5, so if he's losing those fights, he's going to sort of crumble too, you know.
Yeah,
that's right. Shield,
yeah.
It's one of those lists too where, you know, every model you lose really matters. So maybe 2 banners will pay off. I hope he does well. It's a cool list. He'll have it like stacked against him with the model counts in some of the armies. But like I imagine it'll win some games, I'm sure.
Yeah, two casters. You've got 2 decent casters there, and Haldir's, you know, he's also decent in combat. I don't think he has a bow here right enough. So
no bow, no, just heavy armor.
Yeah.
Again, elite list. I think it's a strong list at times. But it's just, as you rightly said, Nicky, as soon as you start losing elves, it starts getting very weak very quick.
If he can hold the front line and not get split up, not get trapped, use the terrain, you know, I'd say he did pretty well. There's nothing worse than, you know, having to fight a front line of elves in a choke point.
Nope.
So, you know, if he plays smart, this could be very, very good. But I think when he starts having to split up or move, play objectives, you know, that's when you might see this kind of start to struggle, and you find it hard to protect Galadriel, and she doesn't do great once she starts getting into combat. We'll see. Definitely an interesting list. hopefully it does well.
Hopefully it does. Yeah. Yeah. Good list. Good list. We'll head on to our next one. So we got Craig as our next one. Craig's one of our newer players. Bringing Assault and Helms Deep. Got an Urkai Captain Leader, one Urkai Warrior with a banner, 6 with shield, 5 with a pike. Then we got an Urkai Captain, 1 with banner, 5 with pike, 6 with shield. And another Urkai Captain with 6 Urkai Berserkers, 6 Urkai Warriors with pike. And then we've got an Urkai Shaman. I haven't seen one of them in a while. With 6 Urkai Warriors with shields. Thoughts on this one, gents?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Shaman's possibly one of the worst models in the game, but other than the Shaman...
Don't hold back there, Nicky. Just say what you feel.
I just don't know how much utility it really has, because, you know, you're there... Your Shaman's there for your Fury, but you're not breaking in this army until 33%, isn't it?
I think Uruk-hai Warriors are Courage 8, are they not? I don't think they're as good as Courage 7, so I'll help you with terror checks and stuff.
Uruk-hai Warriors are Courage 7, yeah.
Oh, the Courage 7?
Courage 7, yeah.
Yeah, still not great, you know.
No.
There's 6 Berserkers, so not really much to worry about there with Courage, but for the rest of the army, I personally think would have took a few more pikes instead of shields, but that's just personal preference. I like to try and get 3 deep with my pike blocks.
Yeah, I've seen it run like that quite a few times with the 3D pike blocks, because it's going to be quite hard to shift.
Yeah,
and your
I just like the look of it too.
Yeah, your monster's going to only swing at 1 spear support, so you're...
No, they can do both. If they kill...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they can get both. It was FAQ'd, so it was. I'm not sure if they kill the front guy, they get an attack on both the spear supports, or if they have to kill them in unison, sort of thing. I believe if they kill the front guy, they get an attack on both the pike supports.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
So there's a couple of ways that you're on the assault list. You either take a load of ballistas and ruin everyone's day, or you spam captains and spam troops. And I think this is a very fun way to run it. It's 46 Uruk-hai. It's going to be difficult for anyone to deal with. He's going to struggle against, he doesn't really have an answer for any big monsters or the Balrog or stuff. Maybe a bomb team in there would have been fun, but I think they're kind of crap this edition as well.
Yes, once you lose the little leader, you can't set it off. Isn't that how it works now?
You have to set it off on a 6 or something, isn't it? Whereas... oh wait, no, you can't desperately set it off now. It has to be the team that sets it off, isn't it? So if you kill the Berserker and you kill the demo team, there's no way to set it off. That's why it's crap. Because you could always do the desperate detonation before. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's the way it works now.
During the fight phase, after any horde combats have been resolved, a model with a torch.
That's it.
So if you kill the torch bearer, it can't be set off.
Yeah, which is terrible, because you can just shoot 4 ranks deep and try your best to kill and if you get a lucky shot on the Berserker, well, there's a 100-point demo team that's now useless.
And you can shoot the bomb as well.
Yeah, whereas before your troops had to roll 6 to set it off, but you were going to get it set off if you wanted eventually. It's just, and then you can't even take extra Berserkers with brands to set it off. So, and then when you get down to having magic where you can move around the brand wielding guys and stuff, I just feel like it's pretty bad this edition.
Yeah, I've seen people say that. Yeah. No, it's Craig. I've played Craig a couple of times. Craig's from around my neck of the woods. That's where I met him at, through the Cookstown, the near club here. Yeah, new to the game and enjoying playing it. He's looking forward to this weekend too.
Hey, have fun with this list.
He will, yeah. As you say, Nicky, you do normally see it with a blister or two, even at 750 points, so it's a bit of a refreshing sight to see it just as pure troops.
Hopefully I eat my hat and his shaman gets into some big clutch fury casts and wins him some games, but just it's an awesome model and it looks cool. I just I can't really ever see a place where I would put it in an army.
Yeah, I suppose
what's his horse spell?
What do you say, Shay?
What's his other spell? He's got Fury. What's the other spell?
Fury, Blade Wrath, and Transfix. So Blade
That's
Wrath,
no use.
he makes somebody get their strength 6.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not worth the
No,
point to spend on it.
The
not really.
transfix is on a 5+. So
Yeah,
3 will. Are you really going to throw 2 dice at? He's there to cast Fury. That's his job.
You, one dice Fury. If you get it, then you use your might to transfix. Try a Hail Mary transfix and a big hero.
mm-hmm.
That's probably your best option with him.
Yeah.
Or you can just heroic channel with your 1 might, and then guarantee that you get your Fury off. Or
that's what I mean. Like I think if you fail your first roll, then you probably do that just to make sure you have it.
Yeah, or you can. I suppose you could throw 1 dice at your Fury, see if you get it up, and then you could always use your might to channel 1 transfix that might come in clutch somewhere in the game. But 1 turn transfix, don't know how much it's really going to change the game.
No.
That's all you need, mate. That's all you need.
Just need 1 shot. 1 shot. No, it's good to see Craig down. Nice list of running. We'll see how it does. I do hope the Shaman makes us all eater hats, and he does. He's like a hero of the weekend for him. Just
hopefully.
Fingers crossed for him.
Kills Argon or something.
Kills Argon 1 turn, 1 attack. Last wind off him. Fuck it. Next one then on Callum, another one of our near players. Running Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. 40 models. Pretty standard build here. So we got Durin, King of Khazad-dûm, 2 Dwarf Warriors with Shield, 3 Iron Guard, 10 Khazad Guard, and we got 3 Dwarf Rangers with the Dwarf Longbow. Then we have the King's Champion group with 5 Dwarf Warriors and Shield, 3 Dwarf Rangers with Dwarf Longbows. Fuck, that's hard to say. 2 Iron Guard, and then we got a Dwarf Captain with 4 Dwarf Rangers with Dwarf Longbows. Fuck me, 3 Dwarf Warriors with Shield. That was a tongue twister and a half. Yeah, pretty standard Khazad-dûm list. I'm right in saying.
Yeah.
Solid. Callum is a newer player, but he's, I'd say there's no doubt he's going to win Newcomer of the Year this year because he's come from nowhere, and he's got a 2nd place in the last event there, and he's been getting better every time he plays. His first few tournaments, he's finishing mid-table, and he's got that real competitive drive. He wants to do better. He wants to, what could I do better in this game? And he's always watching and reading, and I think it won't be long before we start seeing him in podiums. Well, we already have, but in the bigger events. So yeah, a force to be reckoned with, as always. Tough list and a very good player, so I expect to see him do well.
Yeah. I like this list. I hate playing against it, but I like it. I think that's why I like it. It's just so hard to take off the board.
I love all dwarfs, mate. High defense, just a sturdy wee bearded man, it's just class. I love it.
Yep, just headbutt everything around them. Literally all they do.
Dwarf shooting's great now too.
Yeah.
Strength 3 bows. Dwarf bows, long bows are 24 now, aren't they?
Yeah, 24 inches, strength 3 bow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Rangers are 3 up shooting as well, are they?
Tell you now. 3+ shooting, yep.
Yeah. So they're just elves shooting.
Just elves for shooting with 1 less inch to move.
Yeah.
So 24-inch bow now.
And then you can stick down your mirrors as well, so that you can,
see stuff.
Win in shooting wars that dwarfs really don't have any right winning.
Yeah.
Forgot about the bow. I forgot about the mirrors.
I think you really need decent shooting in this list because you are lacking spears.
That's
you've no spear supports, so
I don't think you need the spears anymore because you get that reroll if you're outnumbered. So you kind of have like a free banner everywhere because you're always going to be outnumbered. With any, you're always going to be, rolling less dice than any army that has a spear line, unless it's with the 2 attack. Is it the Iron Guard have 2 attacks?
Iron Guard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like you end up trapping a Dwarf Warrior and then he's outnumbered, so he rolls an extra dice, and then he wins the fight anyway. I think that reroll is incredibly powerful, and it's always the reroll that wins the fight. If you've ever faced this, he's like, oh, there's one reroll into 6. Oh, didn't see that coming. Every time.
It's a pain in the arse. And then Duran gets his reroll because of his axe. So he essentially gets 2 rerolls. There's no banners, which the last time I faced this list.
Keen's Champion group has 2 banners on it.
2 banners, yeah, so there's more rerolls.
And then the Dominant 2 and everything is just insane as well. Like, this is made to win objective games.
Yeah.
Where is it they get it? It's just Captains,
Army
Warriors, and
bonus.
Rangers, just the Army bonus, yeah. So the only person who doesn't get is Duran, but he's Dominant, whatever it is anyway, so it makes no difference for him.
Dominant 3 for being a leader, yeah.
Dominant 3. Yeah, solid list. I hope to see him do well. I think he can do well with that list. So he can. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to see him do well. He's my prodigy for this year. Coming to the TNC with us as well. So.
Yep.
That's good to see.
Yeah, good to see indeed. We'll just get a lot of paints in them and be far better. On to your next one and the smallest army of the weekend. So Niall, go back to see Niall. Glad to see him back playing. Haven't seen him. He didn't come last year at all, I don't think. Bringing Airborne Reclaimed. So 9 models at 745 points. He's bringing Thorin, Oakenshield, Dwalin, Champion of Airborne, Feely, Champion of Airborne, Keeley, Champion, Gloin, Nori, Biffer, Boffer, Bomber. All champion versions.
Yeah, awesome list. I'm so happy Niall's coming. It's been about a year since I've seen him as well. Like, just a bundle of joy to play against, and always brings like a fun list.
Connor's event not last year, year before. I think it's the last time I played him. I think.
Yeah, it's normally jumping between his Isengard list where he blew up all his own models, or his. He loves to get his champions out as well.
Yeah.
I love playing that list.
Whose was the escalation event? Not last year, but the year before. I think that was last time I played him. It was the first round of the escalation event.
Sure.
Not sure, no. No, I did. I've played this list against Niall, and then I've played the Isengard list, and I've had 3 really fun games. He tried to kill the Balrog with a bomb, and then the Balrog threw a model down his pipeline straight away. And then I think the next time he tried to kill the Balrog again, but it was your event, Nicky, because the Balrog fell over in a Masters of Fate. That's what happened in that one. So again, Niall, great lad to play against. So you always have a fun game against them. 9 models. It's not much. They're pretty straightforward. It's tracking all the might. I struggle.
It's all the family rules, and everyone's got a special rule. I had so much fun bringing this to the 1,000-point event, but it took me about 4 games to actually know what it could do.
Yep.
If you stay in if he doesn't split up and he stays in the death ball, this is a tough list for any army, and you can even win against the horde armies with it. Like, it's got the tools, and it's hard to take down, and you can underestimate it. Like, that being said, Niall's not a overly competitive player, but it's hard to take down all these D8 heroes with like unlimited pools of might and fate from their family members. So if you play it right, it can be a tough list.
So they're all D8 in this list then. Oof.
Nori is D9.
Yep.
And the rest of them are he has a shield. Yeah, it's fun. There's so many fun rules. It's like Biffer turns off special rules, and Bofer has the axe in his head. Maybe mix those 2 up. But you get the axe. Yeah, you get the axe out of your head, and then suddenly, you have to take an intelligence test now, which kind of makes it worse. But you can be getting a free move every turn. I think the key to this is, as long as you don't get split up, you stay in a death ball. Use your might effectively. You're gonna cut through. Nearly everyone is 2-handed. Did he take the little dwarf? The one with the slingshot that died in Balance Tomb? No. So Ori is like the absolute must take in this list. because he allows you to two-hand without the -1 to win the duel. So I think maybe he
Oh.
should have swapped out. I know he likes Bomber, so that's probably why he's taking him. But if you swapped Bomber out for him, it means that everyone can two-hand for no penalty.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
powerful.
a mistake.
Yeah, so powerful in this list. Yeah, 21 mate's going to be hard to chew through as well. Like he'll outmove most armies. As you say, keep him in death ball, it'll just rumble through things eventually.
Yeah, it's a fun army.
Yep, fun army. And fun player. On to our next one, another dwarf list. No surprises here. Another dwarf list. Joseph is bringing the Reclamation of Moria, 39 models. We have Balin, the Dwarf King of Moria, with 10 Khazad Guard, 1 Dwarf Warrior with a banner, and 2 Dwarf Rangers with Dwarf Longbows. We have a Dwarf King with throwing weapons, bringing 5 Dwarf Warriors with shield and 3 Iron Guard. Then we have a Dwarf Captain with 5 Dwarf Warriors with shield, 3 Iron Guard, and 2 Dwarf Rangers with Dwarf Longbows, and then a Dwarf Shield Bearer with 4 Iron Guard. Another beautiful dwarf list as well. Thoughts on this one, gents?
Yeah, I'm just having a nose at the rules here.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with this because people tend to run this is the Legends or the Legacy list,
Legacy list,
yep.
Yeah. So you can gain additional VPs if you control more objective markers than your opponent, or are in possession of more objective markers. Can't go above 20, so that's quite nice.
When you break, you get +1 to strike. To win. Yeah.
So, you don't really want to be broken though.
No.
But yeah, no, it's good.
Very heroic defense if you're trapped.
That's quite nice.
One. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
I mean, Balin's Dwarf D6, the King's D8, sorry. They're all D8,
2 wounds,
so
yeah. Balin's only got 2 wounds, 1 fate, so he's... Yeah.
Yeah. He has the free reroll though with Dern's Axe.
Yep.
Which is handy to have with no banners, I don't think. No.
He's one banner.
Yep, there's a banner in Balin's Warband, yeah.
Yes, there's. Apologies. So again, 2 rerolls.
It's definitely the weaker of the dwarf lists, with you're not getting the dominant 2 and you don't have that reroll for being outnumbered in the fight, but it's the themey list and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the Balin model's probably my favourite gold metal model.
Yeah, it's
it's really cool.
Very cool pose.
Yeah.
The Dwarf Shield Bearer is an interesting choice.
Yeah. Just going to read his rules here. Heroic actions, fight, friendly dwarf general, free hero combat.
Yeah.
So he gets...
I don't think he's very good.
No, I would agree, but I think Joseph's justification was that the free combat is really good on the shield bearer. Personally, I think half the time he's not going to kill what's in his combat anyway.
Yeah, he's strength 4 with 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Another captain might have. Well, dwarf captain. How many might does the shield bearer have?
Shield bearer's 1 might.
None.
No might.
1, sorry, 1.
Yeah.
I might have preferred the captain for an extra march. But yeah, it's cool to see him. That I have never seen it on the table anyway. So
No. So it's a bit of a unique dwarf list to be seeing.
Yeah,
which is nice to see. Because I have seen this ran with the King's Champion group in it. But it's a different build. I think Joseph had the models, he wanted to get them on the table. They're always well painted too, so it'd be nice to see that list on the table.
Yeah, always nice and colourful.
Yeah, another solid one. Then Snap. Speak of another dwarf player and dwarf list, Tim, another fun player to play against with the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm, bringing 40 models. We have Durin, the King of Khazad-dûm, with 10 dwarf warriors with shield and 5 iron guard. The King's Champion group, 5 dwarf warriors with shield, 4 dwarf rangers with dwarf long bows, and 1 ranger with throwing weapons. Then we have a dwarf captain with 5 iron guard, 4 dwarf rangers with longbows, and 1 ranger with throwing weapons. That's our last list too. Yeah, again, solid list here. Solid player.
Yeah. Tim's always a great game.
Yep.
Always
Always enjoy playing. Yeah. Playing him at your event, and we just spent it laughing the whole way through it.
Yeah, he's coming for your favorite opponent wins this year. Got a couple.
I had a chat with who's the tournament guy to say the best way, the favorite opponent should not be annoyed if somebody else wins favorite opponent, but also don't be coming for my favorite opponent.
You're bringing a Balrog, so you might not be.
I'm not getting it this weekend. No, I brought a Balrog,
But yeah, Tim is a great player and a lovely guy. Always got a beautifully painted army as well.
Yeah.
But I hope all these dwarf players end up facing each other and see what 2 hours of dwarfs fighting dwarfs and there's like 5 models dead. Because I absolutely hate facing dwarf lists. They just don't go anywhere. It's an absolute grind.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of rangers in this list and iron guard. So you've only 15 D7 models. The rest of it's all D6 or lower. 10 D5 and 10 D6. Yeah.
D5
So
Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, D5. I'm pretty sure Rangers are D5. So yeah, you've 10 Rangers, 10 Iron Guards. So you're D5, D6. So I mean, it's not just as durable as some of the other dwarf lists, but I mean, the Iron Guard is got a bit more hitting power with Iron Guard for sure.
Yeah. Strength 4d6 with throwing weapons, they'll take a wee bit out. I always find the King's Champion does a lot of your lifting in this list with his D9. He stays around a long time.
Yep.
If you can keep the heralds with him. But the dwarf longbows being 24 inches and strength 3 is going to chew through a lot of the evil lists. You'll not get in them. You'll not want many shooting wars with that list, even with 4 8 bows and 2 throwing weapons, and then obviously throwing weapons in the iron guard too. I know Tim could surprise us with this one.
Quite like this list.
I think it'll always do well. It's just a solid army bonuses, and dwarves are dwarves. He'll do well.
Yeah, another a good player too.
Very good player, yeah.
When he knows his lists, and he does know his lists, he plays very well, and you'll always have fun.
For sure.
And that's our last list, gentlemen. A lot of standard sort of lists there. There's only a couple of out there lists from me. So
I think Ben's the most creative.
Ben's the most creative, yeah. I have to admit.
Obviously, the Buybuster list is very fun as well, but that wasn't built to win. I don't think that was built to buy bust.
Yeah.
I think the Lothlorien list is interesting as well. I haven't seen a lot of that up here.
Yeah. So podiums then. You go to yourself first, Nicky. Who do you think? Top 3 and Dark Horse.
I think it's going to come down to a fight between Dan and his Balrog and Michael and his Gulliver. I'm going to put. I think that Bunting has the tools in that army to deal with the Balrog with all the paralyzes, and then he just knows his flying monsters so well. I'm going to say that Bunting takes first place. I'm going to say that Dan takes second place. And I'm going to aim for third myself. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Che, what about yourself?
I think I'll go Ben, Bunton, and probably Nicky for my top 3.
Probably similar. I was thinking Bunting for 1, and then between yourself and Ben for 2nd and 3rd. Nicky, I can't really split them. Ben's list is always creative and he knows what he's doing with it. And Uglik Scouts is quite a good list too. You have the most models there. I think you're going to do better than that with that list than you think. I know you're saying 3rd place. I think you'll do well with it.
I think Ben's a better player than me, but I think my numbers might be strong for a lot of the matchups in this. We'll have to see.
58 against 42. You'll outplay him, but then the other lists, yeah. I mean, there's not many even come near. The only other 50s is the 2 Balrog lists. And then Dark Horse. I'm going to say Dark Horse means Callum. I'm going to throw it out there. Yeah.
Based on the lists, Dark Horse, I'm going to say Damien, because I think that Magic is going to catch a lot of people off guard when their Warriors all find themselves on their ass. Can't get up. I expect Callum to do well, but I don't think he's a Dark Horse because I expect him to do quite well with that list.
No pressure.
No pressure, Callum. Just when you're listening.
I think Damien's list is fun. It's a list we haven't seen, and it's got a lot of tools to take people off. So that Damien's my dark horse.
Yeah.
Murphy's my dark horse.
Murphy.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't shoot himself in the foot when he gets towards
he's not. I have faith in him. He's not going to this event. He's going to do well.
Because he always does well, and then shoots himself in the foot in one game, and it just fucks him.
Yeah.
That Aragon will carve through my orcs. It's if he stays on the horse, he's just terrifying. It's like when you look at the list, you see 34 models, and you're like, oh, it'll not do much, and then Aragon solos half your army.
Yep.
It can't count this out at all. Like this could totally be a podium list here as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So before we go, Che, we'll do the first round pairings then.
Yes, please.
I have them set up here. That was fucking brighter than I thought it was going to be. So I've randomized it a little bit at the top just to sort of split everybody out. So that should be everybody: myself, Dave, Joseph, Chris, Gareth, Luke, Bunting, Nicky, Craig, Tim, Ben, Damien, Niall, Dan, Callum, Tobias. I think that's us. So your pairings first round is Ben and Tobias, Niall and Dave, myself and Joseph, Dan and Gareth, Bunting and Tim. That'll be a good match. Callum and Nicky. So you can't batter your protege, right? You don't have to batter him to get that 3rd place, Nicky.
We think we're 6-1 to me, or 6-0 to me. So he's desperate to get that one over me. So maybe that's the weekend.
Saturdays today.
Just batter him today. Damien and Christopher, and their last pairings, Luke against Craig. And that's us. Yeah. That's some interesting matchups in the first round.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Good weekend, yeah. Sorry, Nicky, what were you going to say?
I'm just looking at the matchups.
Yeah.
Gareth got himself a very tough first game.
So me and Gareth, we strategizing how to deal with the Balrog, and I told him there was a chance there was 2 or 3 coming. We had a good chat about it. It's not going to work for him because it's Gareth, and he plays the guy do.
Niall's also got a very uphill battle in his first game.
Yep.
He's a lot of might there, we'll say. Can he match any strike?
Yeah, Thorn
can get up
7. Yeah.
Yeah. So he could, theoretically.
So we want to see Gareth, King of the Dead, the Balrog, and
2 turns.
Yeah.
He only has to do it once, and then run away from the Balrog for the rest of the game.
Well, he don't have to run away from it if he kills it.
There's not this. It's the killing part.
King of the Dead's blade, 1-shot the Balrog. That's what we want to see.
He has to 2-shot the Balrog.
Do you not have to just wound it?
No,
and then
you wound the Balrog once. Balrog cannot lose all his wounds in 1 turn. He will lose half his starting wounds, which means you have to wound him twice.
So it's the same as the Ballisteros. Okay,
yes,
so
well,
you only need to do it once, and then you just smash these goblins, and then I don't actually think he can smash the goblins with his 16 troops. So
I just need to check something. I forgot something. The king is now given a 2nd attack, so you only have to do it once.
So you can
just roll 2 6s.
Just roll 2 6s.
Yeah.
That's doable.
Well,
It's doable.
6 is by force, I think it is, because
Strength 4,
you only
10.
strength 4. Yeah.
6 is by. Hold on, thank you. 5, 6. Yeah, 6 by 4. Yeah. What? 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6 by 5?
D9.
Oh, it's D9, not D10. I'm thinking his fight value's D10. Yeah, 6 by 4. Apologies. I have faith in you, Garth, when you're watching this. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Is the
Thank you,
scenario
Stevie.
being rolled on the day, Che?
I'll roll them on the day, yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
See you at the weekend.
Yes, sir.